In this session, we will learn about panel layouts. In fact, so far we tried only this schematic tab. Okay, and of course we have gone through this project tab, project 20 utilities and all. Apart from these two, report we have touched. This panel, this is very important tab. Using this, we can create the layouts inside a project by which we can link the schematic diagram with the layout diagrams. But before touching this portion, I will give you a rough idea about how to make panel layouts, electrical panel layouts. Not through AutoCAD electrical, this is normal electrical, but this is an electric panel layout. This will give you the clear idea how you can utilize these skills while making panel layouts through AutoCAD electrical. This is my active project, AutoCAD electrical tutorial. These are all schematic diagrams. Okay, I am using the title block which is of A4 size, assume, which is of A4 size, and I want to make a panel which is 1800 mm, that means 1.8 meter height, 800 mm width and 600 mm depth. That is the panel which I want to make. But if I make this layout in 1:1 scale, I cannot accommodate this much height panel in a A4 size sheet which is of 297 by 210 mm. So there are two options. Either you have to make a layout first, then make it as a block, scale it without changing the dimension text. So your block, the whole drawing will size you can reduce, but the problem when you measure those drawing in the soft copy, you won't get the scale. So that is not the proper way. So for this purpose, you can use this tab, model tab, this one, layout tab. This is my title block which I choose for this particular training. This is a typical title block. I want to make a panel layout diagram. So I'm not going to make anything in this sheet, in this layout paper space. I'm going to draw everything in my model space. This is paper space. I have renamed it into layout. This is in fact paper space. Maybe in your PC these tabs may be not visible. So you go to tools here. Here more commands. No, it is here tools. Go to options, inside tools, options, or directly you can type options here in the command line, which will take you to this tab here. I think you can find it. Yeah, here option, display. In display this you have to check it. Okay, display layout and model tabs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make this drawing as a part of this project. So what I will do is I will go to the project, right click and add active drawing. It will take few seconds. Now if you see this particular layout drawing, drawing name is layout drawing, file name. That has become a part of this particular project. But what I am going to generate now is not a pure AutoCAD electrical layout. It's not. I'm going to make a layout manually. And in the coming session, I will tell you more about this tab, Intelligent Panel Layout. Only through that only we can link between our schematic diagram, link with our schematic diagram. Now we are making simple layout diagram. What I have done here is I have copied a few blocks in this, which is readily available with me. I have copied all those blocks because I am going to make a panel layout for this particular drawing, single line diagram. Forget about this rating. We don't have anything to do with. This is a drive. Okay, Alan Bradley make drive, single line diagram with an income or MCCB. Even you can forget about this tag, MCCB, line chalk and a drive. And there are few MCBs, forgot about these two. There are few MCBs which we using for layout and illumination supply, etc. Cooling fan illumination, etc. So from my library, I have copied all the blocks into a single sheet which is necessary for me. Okay, including the panel. Now what I will do is I will create a drawing in this sheet, keeping all the blocks aside. This is my panel, front view of my panel without a door. It is now without a door. Now I have to place an MCCB, line chalk, drive and 2 MCBs. That's all. Incoming supply is from the bottom, I know. So what I will do is I will put few terminals or even bus bars on the bottom side of my panel. This is 3 incoming bus bars. Okay. I will just a minute. Move. I will place these bus bars. I want to keep it, say 300 mm from the bottom, 300 mm. And now this is my incoming bus bar. Call it T1 or PT1, whatever you want. This is my incoming terminal. Okay. Now from the incoming terminal, my cable will go directly to the MCCB. So next I want to place an MCCB. I have few MCCB blocks here. I will take one among this. Let us take 160 ampere MCCB. Again, these two I want to keep at a distance. Say I will keep it now 400 from here. All the commands which I am using for this purpose is normal AutoCAD commands only, but I am showing this just because you to get an idea about what is an electrical panel is all about. That's all. This is my MCCB. The cable comes from the top, terminates here. From here it is going to the MCCB. I am putting the tag MCCB 1. Now it will go to the choke. If it is a small choke, of course you can mount it somewhere in the mounting plate. All these things are mounting on a mounting plate. Even you can use the channels to mount, but in this case I am considering a mounting plate. The next thing I want to mount is a choke. If it is a small line choke, or call it reactor, line reactor, you can mount it anywhere in the panel. If it is a little bit big, always try to keep it in the bottom side, because during transportation of this panel and all, there are chances of it falling down. And if you keep it somewhere in the top, you are not supposed to mount any other elements above the choke, because due to the heat dissipation of the choke, the components which you will mount above those particular choke will get damaged. So always try to avoid big chokes, not small one, big rating chokes on the top side. Try to keep it. So I am going to keep my choke in the bottom. This is a block of it, my choke, line choke. This is I am making only front view. Okay, I am going to keep it here. Here, I will keep it here. So my cable comes here, goes to the MCCB. Now I have to bring back that to the choke. So what I will do is I will put some PVC channels, PVC ducts. They are also of standard sizes. Now I am putting a 60 mm duct here. I will put a duct here. Now see what I will do. I will trim all these things. This anyway I don't want. I don't want this portion too. This is my PVC. Normally I never do layout drawing from scratch. I have always ready-mades available, and I will do only modifications. But this is for your understanding. This is again a channel, this is again a channel, and I am going to keep a distance of 150 mm, which I normally follow between these two channels. 60, again this is 60 mm PVC channel. (150) 150. Now I don't want this channel above this. Okay. Now what I will do is I will place my drive above this channel, just above this channel. I always follow always keep these components at a particular height, 225 from the top. I will place it here. Okay, now I will take few MCBs. It is here. Bring those MCBs here. I'm going to keep it here. These are DIN rails. See, my intention is to make you familiar about these components, which we will use in AutoCAD electrical layout. This is DIN rail for mounting the components. One is mounting plate. This is other is PVC ducts. This is DIN rails, MCBs, chokes, bus bars, MCCBs, drives, and all those things. Okay, now the major components are there, and if you want I can put this thing, panel lights, illumination lights. I'm going to put it here with a door switch. This is a door switch, door limit switch. When the door opens, the light glows and the fan stops. Normally it is coming with one NO, one NC contact. NO contact we will put it in the light and NC into the fan. When the fan works, doors open, fan will not work. So this is my front view. In fact, this is a quite big panel. We don't require such a big panel. Normally, we select the panel as per our requirement. Again, this is an example. So my front view is over. Fine. Now, if I need to make a side view, what I will do? I will place the side view here. Right. Now I know these are the ducts which is passing through here. So what I will do, this is my mounting plate, this thick line, this is my mounting plate. I am going to mount all this component in this only. What I will do is, and in fact this is going up. The depth of this PVC duct is 100 mm. So if you measure this depth, you can see this is 100 mm. That is the depth of this PVC duct. You have to visualize the things. I am looking from the left side view. I am now viewing from the left side of this panel. So what else I will think? This is overall. Now I will bottom I can see a choke. So I will bring a side view of a choke here. I will keep it here, somewhat in the front side, because my cable entry is through the bottom, so it won't restrict my gland plates for smooth cable entry. Now this bus bars, I have a block for that too. I'll first bring it here. From here I can, with keeping my ortho on, I will take it here. So again, when you look from the left, first you will see the bus bars, you won't see these ducts. So I will trim this portion. These portions are invisible when you viewing from left. Again, next MCCB, I have a side view of this MCCB. This is the side view. You should always maintain a library. That is the way you can speed up. From left, when I view this, it should be in this way. See. I'm going to mount it here. Again, when you look from the left, this duct won't be visible. Only you will see the MCCB. So I'm going to trim. These are minor things. This is not going to affect your panel at all. But as a good designer, you should practice such things. Front view, side view, everything should be very clear. Now the thing left is drive. I have a drive block. Again, I will just mirror it for my view. I am going to move it, not copy. I am going to move it here, then moving this to this panel. Fine. Now only lamp is there, side view of the lamp. If you want, you can bring that too. Bring this lamp to here. Now this is over. See, the front view and side view of this particular panel is over. And of course you can do the dimensioning from especially these major things like the distance between bottom and the termination. Many customers will ask you to give a clearance of 250-300 mm minimum clearance for power cables, and if it is control tables, you can do little bit here and there. If I want to keep some control TBs here, Everything should be in one sheet so that you don't have to look for the blocks. And in fact, if you keep a proper library, you can bring those these components directly from there. I do in that way. But this is also, I mean, very good thing. Keep all the components, all these blocks, MCCB blocks in one directory, contactor blocks in some other directory. These are contactors. In fact, we have not used those contacts here because that is not in our single line diagram. Okay, so before start doing any layout, bring all those into a one sheet, whatever you need writing wise, and in one sheet you play the whole game, moving here, copying from here, there and all. And in fact, if you want to make a right hand side view of this particular panel, now this was left, now I am going to make it as a right hand side view. When you view from the right, when you view from the left, this PVC duct, you can't see this duct also because the drive comes first. When you see from here, it looks like this. Then this MCCB won't come here, instead the PVC duct. So better you delete this MCCB. And here's a MCB. So make a side view of this MCCB too. This is approximately 50 mm. I know. I have draw two lines. So this is my MCB side view. Similarly, terminals also you can make the side view. If it is not viewing from here, what you have to do is this is standard. If you cannot view directly, you have to make those lines hidden lines, dashed lines. Okay, that means you are not viewing it directly, because here you see the duct is going through vertically, so you cannot see the horizontal channels directly. That's why I made it like this. Now this is, if you measure this dimension, all these dimensions are 1:1, 800 mm panel, 800 mm panel, and 1600 mm, 1915, because the panel is of 1800 mm, and in 15 mm I have used this thing, anti-vibration pad, and 100 mm is my plinth, base frame of my panel. So the total height comes 1915 mm, 1915. We cannot accommodate this in a A4 sheet, because the A4 size of a A4 sheet is 294, 197 to 210. Okay, and A3 is 420 into 297. So you cannot fit this drawing 1:1 scale in any of these sheets. The only way is you have to scale up your title block. 10 times scale the title block and it will come automatically. But I don't want to destroy my title block. My title block should be of standard size. So if I go move back to the layout, here this is now empty now. If I double click here, now see my cursor moves inside. This is a viewport. Basically this is called viewport. It is now moving here and there. Now actually I am playing in the model space only. When I double click and go inside this, I am playing in model space. Now coming out, I double click here. Now you see the difference. Now I am in layout space or paper space. This is basically to take the printouts. Whatever you made the modifications, you make it in model space only. Layout space is just take the printouts. Double click, go here. Now I cannot see anything. If I double click or zoom extend, still now I cannot see anything, because now I am coming out. Now the viewport has gone. I don't know where the viewport is. So probably the layer viewport is off now. Viewport, yeah, this layer is now off. Now I am going to on this layer, this particular layer. Now you can see the viewport, this rectangle. This is called viewport. Now I'm going inside this. I'm giving the command. All these commands will work here as well. Zoom, extend. Still my drawing is not appearing here. Why? I can tell you. Now double click on this. Sorry. Coming back. Go out. Click. Quick properties. Go to the quick properties. Wait for a second. Now it's just moving out. Now this window will come up. Here you see the display is locked. Okay. Keep it no. Now go inside and double click. Now you apply zoom extend command. See, everything comes here. But in fact, I don't want all these things to come into my drawing. I want only few things. So I can zoom this much portion or whatever I want. In this way, I can zoom. So now the scale is in fact little bit different. You can set the scale from this. 1:, no, it is not 1:1, 1:10. If it is like this. This is 1:10 scale. Okay. Now it is 1:8. It is like this. 1:5. This is like this. So you can set the scale in this view. Now the scale is 1:5. We have not disturbed our title block. We have not scaled our drawing. We are just doing the tricks only in the viewport. So this is the best way. If 1:4, little bit it is going here and there. So 1:4 is not good enough. 1:5 is fair enough. Now you come out. This is set now. Now if you see here you go the whole sheet, wherever you focus, you zoom it here and go there, you will see this only now. It is set now. So you don't have to erase or delete all these things. Maybe in future you may require to change some components here. So you can simply again copy from here and paste it here. No need to bring it from your library. So keep it here only. You are not going to do anything here. But whenever you make a revision or any modification, go to the model space, do it here. Do it here only. And another thing, maybe by mistake you can disturb this. Double click this. You may move your cursor here and there like this. See, by rolling your cursor you can disturb the scale. There are chances. So in order that not to happen, what you should do is again right click quick properties or even double click. It will, now it is actually in fact going out of your screen. Come here and display, again lock this display. Now your display has been locked. Now you go inside, you scroll here and here, you zoom extend, apply any command. You cannot move these objects from here and there. This is locked now. You cannot do anything inside this. That's the beauty. And coming out again, if you want to hide this layer, if you don't want this rectangle to appear in your drawing, go back here, hide the viewport layer. It is hidden now. Now this is perfect drawing. If you make any modification here, now I am going to delete this drive. Go back here, the drive is not there. Undo. Here it is. So this is how you can make use of this paper space for your layout drawings. And if you want to make more, you can just copy, and you can see the copy, move to the end, create a copy. You can create another, but this is not advisable. You should not make more than one layout in a single sheet. That is not advisable. If I want, now there is another panel which I don't have these MCBs. I want to show this, and MCBs and chokes are not there in those drawing. So in that case, what I can do is, first I will go and switch on my viewport layer. Now this is on. Click the viewport, properties, quick properties, or double click this thing. This will come. Unlock this. No. Now you can move. See, now it is here. Now for this I will set this as 1:5 scale. This is my drawing, second drawing. I will coming back, right click, quick properties. It is moving out of the window. Lock the views. And if you don't want this thing to appear, this rectangle to appear in your screen, go off the viewport. This is my second panel. This is my first panel with the choke, line choke and MCBs. This is my second panel with it. So I'm playing in only one sheet. Whatever I do, I will do only in this sheet, and it will get reflects in other sheets without disturbing the scale. So this is how we can make internal layouts or layouts for electrical panels manually. But as we are learning AutoCAD Electrical, we should learn about how to make layout drawing using AutoCAD Electrical. So this tab stands for that. It has many features. You can interlink, you can go to the schematic, you can copy things from there. Once you delete a few things here, that will automatically. Now you see, if I delete something from this schematic of this particular wiring, I have to come back to this sheet. If I replace the MCCB in the schematic with the MCB or SFU, first I have to do it